y'all, it's your girl Mr. Couple Styles, and welcome back to my channel, A Couple Styles, because one just isn't enough. Here we'll talk about fashion, lifestyle, travel, and a couple styles. So if that's what you're into and you want to be all about the styles, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Alright y'all, so it's been a minute. I am sitting at the desk, but I'm not doing an unboxing. We're going to talk a little bit. You know, I just got off my trip. Your girl is tan. Can you see? Can you see my feet? Look at my arm. You see, I'm peeling too. I don't know if you can see it. Ooh, I like a little muscle. I got a little definite. Your girl been working out. No. But yes, I am tan. I'm back from my trip, feeling rejuvenated. I had a great time. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of what to expect when traveling to Dominican Republic. We went to Punta Cana. So what to expect, things you might need to know, things you might want to know when traveling. And then at the end of this, I'm going to give you some content from the trip. I planned on recording, but your girl was turning up. I was on excursions, and I just didn't have my camera with me. I didn't feel like carrying it, I'll be honest. So I wanted to enjoy myself. So some of the footage that I got, I'll give it to you in like a little B-roll. And then also I'm going to show you guys my outfits that I wore. You saw the packing video. If you didn't, go back, check that out, and then come back and watch this, the pack with me, or go back and check the prep for my trip video, then the pack with me, then come back and get into this. But yeah, without further ado, I'm rambling a little bit. Oh, but I was telling y'all, I'm going to show y'all my outfits that I wore. Why is my thing not auto-focusing? Here I am. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys my outfits that I wore. And then I'll give you probably some commentary on the outfits or what that look was for me. Alright, so let's get into it. So let's start with from the plane. So we got a direct flight from out of the city into DR, Punta Cana. So from the plane, I was ready for this part because, you know, you see it. I watch YouTube videos that you get off the plane right onto, I don't know what you call it. It's like, I don't know, is that like the clearport area? But you get off the plane to the runway, so to say. So you get from the plane right on, you gotta walk down the stairs. As soon as you get off the plane, it's nothing but like palm trees and happiness. It just lets you know that you are about to have a good time. You are on an island and it's lit. So straight from the plane, you go directly to a bus. So unlike when you travel to, well, I don't know where you have traveled, but when I travel, most places I get off the plane. Once I exit the plane, I am in the airport. No, this is different. You get off the plane, you go to a bus. Please pay attention to the lines because your girl was twirling around and I went over the line and I almost got taken out. You hear me? So please pay attention to the lines. Stay in the lines. Even if you're going to twirl inside the lines, please. So yes, you go from the plane to a bus. So just think about it as if the trains that you see at the airport, like when you're going to be on the train and you got to get to your baggage claim. So this is something similar. So you go from the plane to the bus. From the bus, you go to baggage claim. Things move quickly. You understand? Once you get, you go to customs. Once you go through customs, then it's the baggage claim. Please have all your stuff ready. Have your passport, have your entry form, because they do. I don't know once this video drops, I know there's some changes in the COVID restrictions that will change. But for us, me and my friends, I went with 4 of my other girlfriends. So for us, we needed all these things. So have your passport out. Customs moves quick, or they prefer you to move quick, so they want you to have everything out. Passport, your entry form completed, so they can just scan it. So if you do fill out your entry form, if it's still required, make sure you either download it to your phone or you have a printout so they can scan that barcode. So once you're through customs, all is well, life is good. You're getting a little closer to the party, you know, to begin the turn up. You go over to baggage claim. They have airport workers there who assist you, so they tell you where you need to go. Once you get your bags, if you're waiting for a ride to your hotel, to your resort, that type of stuff. But then they have workers who come and they just, what color is your bag? And before you know, you're like, why? What's going on? Excuse me. And it's because they want to help you with your bags. it's a little bit of a long walk to get out of the airport, so you don't really see nothing of the airport when you're right there. When you only see baggage claim. You only see the carousels to get your bag. So you get your bag, they grab it for you, they put them on the carts, and they're pushing them. Have your tips ready. You will probably hear me say that a couple times through this. Tips is an important piece when you over here, and that's probably anywhere you go and you're receiving some help. So just be mindful of that. So have your tip ready. They walk you to your next bus or your ride, depending on what you chose. Our car service, it wasn't a car service, we took like a bus with other people going to other resorts, so it made a few stops, but we did package that until it was included in our trip. So once we were done with that, once we did that, they carried our bags, they got us loaded on the van, the bus, and then we headed to the resort. Our resort was about 40 minutes from the airport. We stayed at the RIU. Nice place, but when we were riding, you see, I will say, amongst all of this, you take a couple different rides, and most the transportation that's set up, they stop at the other resorts, so you get to see what some of the other resorts look like. So when you're planning a future trip, I know that's what the thoughts were when I was riding past them, was in my head, like, oh, okay, this has this has that. These are ones I could look up, taking notes to come back and look, because I definitely would want to go again. Little bay trip, little vacation. Yes. Okay, so moving along. So when you get to the resort, it's check-in. I will say when we got there, we went on a Thursday and we got there early morning, like noon, so early afternoon, excuse me. And when we got there, it wasn't a line. Now when I watched the RIU videos for check-in, the lines were long and it was like half patient. So I was so happy that when we got there, we were able to get right in, check in, put our bags to the side. We had a little bit of time, so we went to like explore the resort a little bit. We had to wait for our rooms. The rooms weren't going to be ready till 3, and like I said, we got there about 12. So it was lunchtime. So about to be lunchtime. So we went straight to the lunch buffet. From just walking through the entryway from the resort, lots of walking. This resort was huge. So if you ever think about it, you want to stay at a huge resort, the RIU may be an option for you. We stayed at the adult only RIU. Excuse me. So from the lobby, you have to walk a little bit, and we went to the lunch buffet. Now the buffets were good. The staff there are fun, depending on who you get. Our first day, we got somebody who was like setting the tone for our trip. I think her name was Stephanie. I'll probably answer it in the video because I believe I took a video with her, but she was just a vibe. She was taking shots with us. She was bringing her little drinky drink over to our table and having a good time. So it set the tone for what we thought the trip would be, like a blast, right? So the lunch buffet is good. You know, they had an assortment of many different items, so you know, you choose whatever's to your liking. It was nice in there. We got some mimosas. You can get mimosas, wine, soda products, I think Coca-Cola products. No, because they had Pepsi, but they also had Coca-Cola in the room. So anyway, you can get soda, you can get juice. One juice they didn't have was cranberry juice, because I asked for cranberry juice and I was shocked. I think you had to get it from the bar, but they did not have cranberry juice at the buffet that we went to. And we went to the buffet multiple times to eat breakfast most days and then for lunch. So the food is kind of what you get. They had a lot of restaurants on the resort. I can't even remember all of them, but I know there was a steakhouse, there was an Asian restaurant, there was an Italian restaurant, there was a Spaniard restaurant. About 6 decent restaurants there, including, and that's not including the buffets that you can go to. So that was a good thing. So definitely all inclusive. The food is there. You just have to make sure that you make the time. Excuse me. Leaking. You just have to make sure that you make the times in which you're supposed to be there. All right, so I'm gonna go into, I have a list because I want to hit things for y'all, and then please keep in mind these are my opinions about Punta Cana. So I'm just giving you it from my opinions, from my stay, the fun I had. This is not telling you what to do or telling you, you know, this is what you have to do. Again, to give you my opinions, what I encountered when I was there, my experiences, and my experiences only. I talked about the tips. Definitely everywhere for, sorry. So everybody helps for the most part. So from the bellhops to those that helped you, the waiters and waitresses that help you at the buffets, or if you decide to go to the restaurants, you want to have tips for them. It's not a sign that says tips required, but it's expected, right? So definitely want to have dollars. They prefer the US dollar over the peso. So if you have it, you definitely want to do that. Definitely check out all the bars. So they had multiple pools. I believe it was about 4 pools there, 2 on each side, because again, this was a big resort. Excuse me, somebody wants you to know to get out there and vote. But anyway, so they had 2 bars on each side. I mean, 2 pools on each side. So, and then they had the swimmer bars. They had this amazing jerk chicken stand. It came with the work. So if you go to the RIU, I don't even know if it's just the whole Punta Cana thing, but nonetheless, if you go and you see jerk chicken, treat yourself. Do not cheat yourself. I'm telling you, you will come back to this video if you go in there, or if you know about it and you hear me talking about it, you're gonna comment and be like, yes, that definitely was it. You can get the jerk chicken. They have like hot dog buns out there for you, and it could have been for the hot dogs. They had those 2 at the stand, but they had onions and all the works that you could, and I got that, and I made me like a jerk chicken sandwich. Chef's kiss, you understand? So definitely treat yourself. Drinks are, now I will say they are very heavy-handed with the pouring of the liquor. Is it top shelf? You probably could request top shelf, but if you're just getting a drink, I don't believe it's top shelf. Nonetheless, it's doing the job of what it needs to be done of making your drink an alcoholic beverage. Okay? Gotta be right back because my battery about to die. Alright, so where did I leave off? Oh, talking about it. So, listen, it might not be top shelf liquor, but it does the trick in making your drink an alcoholic beverage nonetheless. And if you drink too many, they will definitely creep up on you. So again, they do the trick. For me, they had one drink, I want to say it was called the Sammy Sosa. That was recommended to my friends, so they got that one. That one was good. To me, it tasted like one of those red, white, and blue like 4th of July popsicles. I think they had fireworks. It tastes like one of those, so it wasn't bad. It's so hot there, so the ice melts and everything so quick. One thing I'll call out is they do tell you do not drink the water. Everyone probably knows that already. And then also don't drink too many like pina colada, like cream drinks, because they are a diuretic, or laxative I should say, not even a diuretic. So they tell you to be mindful of that, especially being in the heat. My drink of choice that I found that I stuck with most of the time there was a mango frozen margarita. That was really good. It was like, I'm more of a fruity sweet type of girl, so that did the trick for me. So once I found that that was my thing, I stuck with it. I will call out in the rooms are nice. They all come with balconies at this resort, so you don't have to worry about that if that's a question, or if that's something that you want to make sure you include in your stay. They did have balconies. In addition to, they had the spouts or the tap, whichever, I don't know how you call it, in the room with liquor as well. I'm not really a shots girl. I think we took shots our first day when we got there to the room, but that was it. We didn't utilize it because we were getting them from the bar, or we were getting them where we were out. So that's one thing to call out. They do have the spouts in the room with the liquor, 3 different. I believe there's 2 brown. For us, it was 2 brown and 1 white. Or was it 2 white and 1 brown? Either way, it's in the room, okay? So, oh, and then your room, they do refill. In your refrigerator, you do have bottled water. You have sodas, Coca-Cola. They give you 2 Coca-Colas, 2 Pepsis, and then beer, Presidente. I wasn't a big beer drinker, but tried one just because it was there and it was available to us, and they do replenish that daily. A call out is that when we first got there, they didn't give out washcloths. They only gave hand towels and towels. So tracking down someone to get washcloths was a big thing. Even calling down to the front desk, and it's maybe because they are like busy and they have a lot going on with check-in. It took a minute. You literally had to track someone down. Maybe that might not be your experience, but again, our experience is every morning we had to track down housekeeping to ask them to give us washcloths. Again, with anything, you know, with hotels now, and with COVID, they tell you if you're okay with the same sheets, they're willing to come in and make up your bed. Just let them know. But often they would replenish. You would think that they would just replenish the towels and washcloths and stuff. They didn't. So we did have to ask for that. They did put new towels, but again, they only gave like one washcloth when they did, once we started asking. So we had to ask for more because, again, in the beginning, there was no washcloths. So not really a big thing. We were able to figure it out, so that's fine. What else? There was a lot of things to do on the resort. Like I said, they had a lot of restaurants for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They did have one show while we were there, and then they had a shuttle bus that took you to the other RIU resort. That was the side that also has children, but they had the pool parties there because they had a separate pool like that was away from the resort where you can come and do the pool party. And they have a shuttle that takes you there. We made it for one day, which was the pink pool party. It was cool. It was a vibe. The drinks were good, and they provided food, so that was that was the best part. So definitely check out what's going on. You can look online and see what's going on at the resort you're staying at, but at the RIU for sure you can look online, see what's going on so you can prepare, because the pool parties were themed. So I believe it was like a pink night, then a neon night. There was a animal print, like leopard jungle type night. So make sure if that's your thing and you want to make sure you're in the know or you're able to vibe with everybody else, make sure you look online and pay attention to that. In addition, the beach was right off the resort, so you're able to walk there. They had, again, they only, like I said, we only saw one show, but it advertised that they have lots of shows. Again, didn't see them, but that was one gripe that I had, that they didn't have a lot of entertainment. They did have the dancers at the pool, like the pool staff. They would get on the bar and do dances for you, but I just wish they had a little bit more to do on the resort. But I will also say, we did a lot of excursions, so a lot of the exploring was at night, and by the time it was nighttime, we was tired, so we could have missed out on some things too. So definitely keep that in mind. I will say, if you're going to a resort, maybe solidify like 2 days for excursions and then 2 days to really hone in and enjoy the resort. We only had one day where we fully didn't leave the resort. We did everything on the resort. We enjoyed our time on the resort. Definitely carve out time to enjoy the resort and really explore. Again, this resort was really huge. I feel like we did most of the things. Like I said, we came back in the evening, we checked to see what was going on. We didn't miss the pool party. We did see a magic show, but I feel like we could have spent more time with like the restaurants, exploring. We went to the Asian restaurant and we went to the steakhouse. The steakhouse was okay. The food on the resort, if I had to rate it between 1 and 10, I would give it probably like a 6.5 or 7. My favorite was the Asian buffet, because they had a lot of items, a lot to choose from, and it was different from what we was having every day. So just keep that in mind. Excursions, as soon as you get there, you can do it beforehand, but as soon as you get there, they bog you down with excursion. One thing that we saw before we went was Coco Bongo was the thing to do. Everybody was giving reviews and saying, if you're going to Punta Cana, if you go in there, if you're going to DR, make sure you go to Coco Bongo. I will say it did not disappoint. We had a good time. They had like a Spider-Man. They had a lot of dancing. The day we went was Dua Lipa, so they had, you know, someone acting as her, so doing her songs. They had a Michael Jackson. They had a lot, and they had a lot of vibes, a lot of dancing. It was a good time. Confetti coming down, balloons coming down. It was a good time. It was lit in there, so I would recommend it. If you are there for a long time. We was there from 7 till midnight, and there's a Subway right next door. Crowded. Didn't even have time to get in and get it because we had to get back on our bus to take us back to the resort. Nonetheless, the bus, that was the best bus too, because any other time we mostly was on like a small van or like a charter, like what looks like a school bus. But that bus that took you to Coco Bongo was nice because it had Wi-Fi. That's another thing. Wi-Fi is sketchy, so be aware. Most people on vacation, so when they're on vacation, they ain't really trying to talk to nobody anyway. But if your plan is to talk to people, just keep in mind that you might not be able to keep up with them because the Wi-Fi went in and out. They give you a code that only allows like one phone per person in the room. So if it's 3 people to a room, they give you a code that works for 3 people. You try to put another device on, it will tell you to take one off. So just plan, or if you want, you can also change your plan for the time that you're there through your cell phone provider, or you can look into obtaining Wi-Fi through one of the companies while you're there. So it's just what you want to do. Again, I know when some people want to trip, they tripping and they not worried about what's going on back here in the States or back where they're from. So just letting you know, just keep that in mind. Pay attention. Oh, the excursions we did though, we did a party on a boat, we did Coco Bongo, and then we did the Flintstone dune buggies. If you are not afraid of mud, definitely, and you got a crew, definitely get one of the buggies. They hold up to 5 people, and enjoy it. You do get very muddy, and you have to go, there's a cave tour, and you go to the country, and you see how some of the families live in the Dominican Republic. So definitely, if that's your thing, if you like to explore. And again, if you don't mind getting dirty, I'm gonna insert a before and an after picture, and you're gonna be like, what? Listen, and you have to keep the dirt on you, because I think when you do like ATVs in some places, they like take you to a pool, and then you can get in the pool and kind of clean off, get the dust off you. I don't even think if you got in the pool, it would suffice, because even when I got back to the room, I got in the shower with all my clothes on first, because that's how serious it was. You hear me? But in all, it was dirty, it was a mess. I would do it again. It was so much fun. You hear me? They have people there who take pictures of you, so definitely have money as well for pictures, because they have what they call paparazzi who followed you the whole time on the dune buggy excursion. Then again, also on the boat. So when we went on the boat, they also had paparazzi, and you can get your pictures. They upload them to your phone. For the dune buggies, they sent them in an email. For the boat party, you give them your phone and they upload them that way. They just let it go through to your phone. So definitely have your coin for that. And it wasn't bad. And maybe because I was with a bigger group, so it was like one time I think we spent $10 to get all of our pictures each. And then the next time we spent $30 each. So not too bad. When you think about it, it's the memories, you get them, and it's a grand time. You want to enjoy yourself. So I think that's most of the tips. I didn't number them, but I went through what what was for me. But again, some other call outs is definitely, if you want to enjoy yourself. If it's your first time like it was mine, I think it will be a whirlwind for you. It will be like a shock of amazement. Definitely, I feel like any other thing I do now, I want to be all inclusive. It just don't get no better. You don't have to worry about nothing. You get your wristband and you go about your way. Booking your excursions, again, I said I probably would do, maybe if you did for like 4 or 5 days, maybe 2 to 3 days of excursions, but 2 days of resort relaxed time. Definitely pay attention to what's going on, because you want to be alert at all times, even while drinking. So just keep that in mind. There is a club on a resort, so if you want to party, and there's a 24-hour sports bar, so you can get drinks all times of the night. You wake up and you're like, you know what, I'm thirsty, and it ain't for water. Walk yourself to the bar. It is open for you. And they had 24-hour snacks, which was, you can go get them. It was nachos, boiled hamburgers, beef burgers, boiled hot dogs, and then and they had the works that you could put on them, lettuce, tomatoes, jalapenos, and cheese for the nachos. But definitely take it all in. If you did and it's all inclusive, get them drinks, but drink responsibly. Be mindful of the Wi-Fi, just reiterating that. And have yourself a good time. I think we stayed 5 days, 4 nights, and I think we left in the afternoon on the last day. So I think if that's what you want to do, definitely that's enough time. Definitely 4 days, get the gist of it, get away. Most of us all work hard, whether it's in our home, at a job, whatever it is, we do it. So definitely treat yourself, reward yourself, have a grand time. But be mindful of some of the tips that I tell you. Don't drink the water, don't go OD with the pina colada, the cream in that. You don't want to be in the vacuum from your trip or during most of your trip. And have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Okay? So, anything else you think I might have left off, or you think I might know, put it in the comments and I'll answer you if I have an answer. But your girl is about to get to these outfits. I'm about to talk about them and tell you, you know, what was what. So I'll put them on the screen so you guys can see. Let me go through, starting with the first night. The first night I told you we went to the club. We went to Coco Bongo. So the outfit that I had, let me just say that first, it did not work. It was a dress that I got, I mean, not even a dress, it was a shirt I got from Shein. And I tried it on before I left, and my daughter helped me with it, and it was fine. But I think because I was trying to wear like a top, like a bralette under it, it just wasn't giving. So I had to give that up. And I forgot to put earrings on the first night, but luckily my braids held me through, so they covered my ears, so you couldn't really tell. But I wore this slip dress from Fashion Nova. This dress, I will give it a 10 out of 10. I love this dress, and it came with a sheer shirt underneath, and I just paired it with some zebra stripe sunnies, and then I wore my blue mule clog like sandal from Torrid. So that was my first outfit. Again, this dress was giving me, like, back in the day, was still current to the times today, Foxy Brown. Listen, your girl loves all women. I'm a Nikki, Rem, Eve. I took it back with Eve, huh? Well, all of them. Remy, all of them. So Nikki, Remy, Eve, all the women in the game, okay? Cardi, I'm here for all of them. Lil Kim. But Foxy, Fox Boogie Brown, first one who I knew was spit as a woman, was spit in my era, that was spitting crazy, and her style was flawless. Listen, go back, Foxy was one of the first rocking Hermes, you understand? So that might be the reason why I'm still on Coach today, because of Fox Boogie Brown. Listen, she used to rock Coach to the fullest, and I was here for it. And you know your girl, if you see some of my other videos, go back and watch. Your girl's still here for it. But nonetheless, I wore my blue slip dress with the sheer shirt. This outfit was a vibe for me. I felt like it was giving. It was a good starter. The next day was the day we stayed on a resort most of the day, so I didn't get too dressed, I believe only for dinner. But to start the day off, I started in my bikini most of the day. So I had on my bathing suit. It was a two-piece. It was orange, so it was a halter top. I wasn't too fond of the halter top, but it worked out. But I also had on like a sarong cover-up, and it did say Dominican Republic on it. It was a gift to me, so I took that with me on my trip, and I think it coordinated very well. And I had on my orange Ivy Park slides. First time wearing them. Let me tell you, those slides, comfortable. Beyonce, you did your thing with those. So those were very comfortable. For that evening, when we went to dinner, I just wore like a lime green dress. So that was cute, and I put my sunnies on. So I had like some yellowish type, yellowish orange shades that I wore with my swimsuit. And then for the evening, I had on my lime green dress. I was cute with my pink braids, the lime. I was looking like a highlighter. You see me coming through. And I did my Couple Stylezz Accessories and some earrings, bamboo earrings I got from Forever 21. So my necklaces were from a Couple Stylezz, and then my bamboo earrings were from Forever 21. And I just paired it with a slide that I got last summer from Torrid. It was like a canvas type beach slide. So on Saturday, when we went to the Dune Buggies, I wore a bathing suit top and some denim shorts that kind of flared out on the side. So I wore my necklaces here. Listen, my Couple Stylezz pieces, sturdy. You hear me? I wore only the elephant, and you see it made it back, and it still looks good. So yeah, and I had on just my regular Couple Stylezz hoop earrings. Let me look. Did I have one? Yep. I had on my regular Couple Stylezz hoop earrings, put my hair in a ponytail, and I was ready to go. And I wore some Couple Stylezz sunnies. You do have the option to either bring or buy goggles when you get to the Dune Buggy location. Let me tell you, my Couple Stylezz sunnies held me down. They did indeed. They held me down. They did what they had to do. I was proud of them. Listen, I'm proud of you because you did what you needed to do, and you held me down. That's why I told y'all, when I get my products, I definitely do test them out. I make sure they're good for what we need them to be good for. So these, get you some so you can wear when you go on your DR trip. Hold on. So yes, get them so you can wear them on your DR trip, and they can hold you down through the Dune Buggy adventures. Came back that night. Of course, it was a mess. Had to change my clothes. So I did a newspaper style dress that I had. I got this dress from, yeah, I've had it for so long. It might have been like the 10 spot or something. So I did that, but I did it was a bit sheer. So I was going to do all black under it, but I decided to do a bathing suit under it because it was still early. And my plan was to go to the pool and have some drinks. So what I did was just put my bathing suit on under it. And I wore like a neon green top and some blue bottoms. Covered everything, and then I had the dress over it. And then when I went to the pool later that evening, you know, I just took it off and enjoyed myself at the pool. And I wore my Coach bag. I brought a lot of purses. I think when I wore the slip dress, I wore my white Couple Stylezz mini purse, but for the most part I wore my Coach crossbody wallet, reversible crossbody. It just held your girl down, and it went with most of my outfits, so I just stayed with that. But yeah, so the newspaper dress with the swimwear under it, that was a vibe. And I wore some green sunnies that Jew bought me for my birthday last year, so it came in handy. They was a vibe. The next day we went to the boat, so the boat party. So I wore, for the boat, I wore a sheer cover-up style romper. It was pants. I tied them up on the side because they was really long and I didn't want them to get caught on anything. And then I wore just a two-piece bathing suit, white bralette top, and some high-waist black bottoms. That was a vibe too. For my accessories, I wore my Couple Stylezz butterfly necklace. I also had on like a Couple Stylezz choker style. I had on some sunnies Jew got me. I had on my Coach scarf and my Alex and Annie bracelets that I've acquired over the time. So, oh, and I had on my belly beads. My belly beads made the trip. Oh, and most days I had on my Couple Stylezz anklets too. Let me not forget about those. They held me down. One held me down all the way, again, back here now, and got dirty and everything when I was on the dome buggy, and it's still going strong. So don't play with a Couple Stylezz Accessories. Buy you something. So that was my outfit there. And then when we came back, I wore a clutch style purse. I don't know what material, like wicker bag. So I wore that to the boat, and then also when I came back. So my evening outfit, I just did like some floral type shorts with a camisole style top, and I wore that same wicker bag with, and then put it on now with my wicker slides. For the pool party, I wore a flip-flop, the bedazzled turret flip-flop, thong flip-flop. But here for that evening, again, I had on my floral shorts and I had on my camisole top with my wicker shoes, sliding shoes, and my wicker purse. So on the day to go home, it was hot there, cold here. So your girl might have made a mistake. As you can hear, my voice is a little raspy because I'm getting over a cold. No COVID. Took 2 tests, both negative. So don't play with your girl. But nonetheless, I wore a jean. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I wore going, but I don't even think I took a picture in that. So, but I did wear like a 2-piece leggings, crop top, bralette type shirt with a jean jacket. So coming back home, I wore a 2-piece lime green outfit. So a bra top, as you can see, the bralette with the shorts, and I just had on my foam like runner shoes. Back with my everyday Couple Stylezz Accessories. From start to finish, you'll see how tan your girl is. Maybe I'll put all the pictures up, do a little collage. You can see like this day, okay, this day you were baking, you were browning, yeah, brown. And especially with the green on, you can definitely see the tan. So yeah, so I wore this, and this was comfortable on the airplane. I had my jean jacket on. It wasn't too cold on the plane. It wasn't until I touched back down to the city that it was like, it's cold out here. So, but I went from the airport to the car, so it was fine. Let me tell y'all. So that's it for my outfit. So again, if you saw my pack with me video and then you see the outfits I wore, you know, like, girl, you overpacked. But who don't? Because you just don't know what the vibe's gonna be giving, and you need your closet when you go on a trip. And I needed my closet, and that's what I took. But nonetheless, let me tell y'all, when we returned back from this wonderful, amazing trip, went through customs, they asked you those questions. Do you have any liquor, food, vegetables? No, I ain't got none of that. None of that is here, okay? Nothing like that. That was fine. We got through there. Then after customs, you have to come around to go to baggage claim. Did we already have our bag? Matter of fact, we already had our bag. You had to leave baggage claim to exit the airport. They asked me and my friends. They stopped us. Matter of fact, they didn't ask us nothing. Let me get in the camera. They didn't ask us nothing. They stopped us and said, put your bags through the x-ray. How come? Put your bags through the x-ray because you might have livestock in there. So I just smuggled a chicken through the airport and brought it home. I wanted a Dominican chicken. That's what I wanted. I'm a Dominican mommy, okay? By way of love. So I don't need to do all that. What? So we was taken back by that because they said we might have had livestock in our bag. Guess we had smuggled a chicken, an ox, a donkey or something in our bag. Made it on a plane. Made it through. It done sat at the bottom of the plane. It done made it through baggage claim. Whatever. Nonetheless, we got through. It was done and your girl is home. And enjoy this B-roll, y'all. A footage of my little bit of time with y'all. Again, not much footage for you to see, but again, giving you the vibes. I gave it to you in the beginning, gave you the outfits, what worked for me, and then now I'm gonna show y'all what it was looking like. Nonetheless, questions, make sure you comment below. If you made it this far in this video, how about that? Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time your girl posts. Make sure to like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of this video. All right, until next time, talk soon, stylers. We are off to Punta Cana. If you're